Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So in this video, I'm going to be testing out all of the brand new, just launched Burt's Bees makeup. So they came out with an entire makeup line of all natural products, and I snatched everything up so that I could test it all out and put up this video for you guys. A lot of you were requesting this, but I actually ordered all this before the requests came in because I was so excited about it. You guys know I have acne prone sensitive skin, so I'm all about finding more natural makeup alternatives for when my skin is acting up. So if you're in the same boat and you're looking for some all natural makeup, hopefully this video will be really helpful to you. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the review of all of the brand new Burt's Bees makeup. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in the order of the way that I use the products. The first product I used, because I cannot stand when my brows are not filled in, is their new Burt's Bees Brow Pencil. So this comes in two shades. There's blonde and brunette. So not a huge shade selection, but this one worked very well for me, and it's a nice deep ashy brown. A lot of times at the drugstore you'll find red undertones and a lot of the brown or brunette eyebrow products, and it can look really unnatural, at least on me. So I'm glad that the option they have for my hair color is an ashy tone. So obviously it comes with a spoolie, and I'm really excited about that. You guys know I am all about the spoolie on my brow products, but I definitely prefer a retractable pencil. It's just because I'm lazy and it's more convenient, so that's not a knock against this product. It's just a personal preference. What I will say about this product is that if you are used to brow pencils like the NYX Micro Brow Pencil or the Maybelline one or the L'Oreal one, I think you'll be a little bit surprised when you first use this. The formula on it is so creamy and soft. It's very similar to the formula of their eyeliner pencil, so you typically expect a brow product to be a little bit less pigmented so your brows don't look drawn on. So that's the only risk you run with a brow product that's this smooth and creamy, is that you're gonna be able to see the lines because it is so pigmented. That said, it blends out beautifully. It's very easy to use the other side, the spoolie, to just blend out all of those harsh lines, but this is definitely on the very pigmented end of the spectrum in terms of brow products. So this one, like I said, is 99.9% natural. It's made with jojoba and it's responsibly sourced cedar wood. So they've really thought everything through, from the formula to the packaging, and I am overall really impressed by this. The next two products that I purchased were their foundations. So they came out with two different foundations. I couldn't test both of them on my face today. I only have one face and I wanted to do one side with the sponge, one side with a brush. So today I tested the Goodness Glow's liquid makeup, but they also came out with the Mattifying powder foundation with bamboo. So you've got the option between a powder foundation and a liquid foundation. So I'm going to be testing this powder foundation another day. I'll keep you guys posted on it, but as far as the liquid foundation goes, I definitely got the wrong color, which you'll see as I apply it. This is definitely too light for me. They have this really helpful information on their website, so I will link this down below in case you're interested in purchasing this. So they kind of show you the warm tone foundations, neutral tone, and the cool tone, and then they tell you fair to deep, so you can kind of see where you fall on this spectrum. I chose the warm foundation in Linen Beige, so it's the second shade in the warm column. I definitely should have gone with Warm Honey because this is too light for me, but I made it work with a boatload of bronzer. So first of all, I have to give them a nod for packaging. This is a glass bottle with a pump. This feels like a really high-end foundation. That said, it is $16.99, so it is on the more expensive end, and you're getting 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty normal. So I used a brush on one side of my face. This is the brush I got off of Amazon, the BS Small Face Angle Brush, and I used the L'Oreal sponge on the other half of my face, and I can go ahead and tell you I prefer the side with the sponge. So it claims to be a full coverage foundation, but yet it also said it has a natural finish that's not heavy or greasy. It has meadow foam seed oil, which is known for its moisturizing properties. So everything about this kind of made me cautious because it's called Goodness Glows. It's made with moisturizing ingredients, but I have oily skin, and I have to say I'm pleasantly surprised. I would say when applied with the sponge or with the brush, it was pretty much a medium coverage foundation. I wouldn't call this a full coverage foundation, but you guys know I don't like full coverage foundations all that much. I definitely prefer a more natural finish. So this is right up my alley, though I have to point it out because it does claim to be full coverage that I don't agree with that claim. It's not too matte, it's not too glowy, very, very skin-like. We'll see as the day goes on, but just kind of first impression, I was really, really excited about this. I am really excited about this. It does have a fragrance to it, but it's not an added perfume. It's natural fragrance from the ingredients. And this one is 98.9% natural, which is really comforting, especially for a product that's going to be worn all over your face on a daily basis. All right, next up are the new blushes they came out with, and I got two shades. 1215 Toasted Cinnamon and 1210 Shy Pink. And these blushes contain bamboo, honey, and vitamin E to nourish your skin and enhance your natural glow inside and out. So I first went in with this shade. It's called Toasted Cinnamon. And it's kind of like a bronzy apricot shade. And when I was applying it, I was looking at my face, looking back into the pan, looking at my face, because I was like, I swear there's shimmer in here, but you can't see any shimmer in the pan, and it really threw me off for a second. But when I read the description and I saw that it had kind of moisturizing, nourishing ingredients, it made sense that it would look luminous on the skin. So it gives you that dewy, luminous effect on the cheeks without putting any shimmer on your face. So I really enjoyed the shade of this and the way that it looked on my skin. And then I was a little bit cautious of this. You guys know I don't really love really pinky blushes, and this looks like an intense, scary pink in the pan. But I layered this on top, just on the apples of my cheeks, on top of this blush, and it went on beautifully, blended out beautifully. It was nothing too intense, which is what I like out of a blush. So overall, super, super impressed with these, and I love both of the shades. The next product I used was this eyeshadow palette. I got mine in the shade Countryside Lavender, which is 1515. This also has bamboo, honey, and vitamin E in it, and I have to say, out of the whole collection, this was my least favorite product. First of all, because this is $13. Everything else is a little bit on the high end in terms of pricing at the drugstore, but I feel like this is the most unreasonably priced item. I can understand an all-natural foundation being $16.99. I can even understand these blushes being $10 a piece, but this little eyeshadow trio at $13 just to me is a little bit excessive. I also probably think that because this was my least favorite product. So I set my eyes with this kind of nude shade, so it's kind of hard to tell the pigmentation of a shade like this because it just blends in with the color of your skin. This did its job. It set my lids, but nothing too impressive. And then I went in with this shimmery shade all over my lid, and I was having such a hard time getting this to show up. I ended up going back in with a highlighter to just kind of fix the eye look and make it look a little bit more shimmery, but this on its own just didn't do it for me. I tried using it with my go-to e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. That's an amazing packer brush, and I used my finger, still nothing, and then I used my nail actually to scrape off the top layer to see if maybe there was that layer of film, and tried again, and still just not there in terms of pigmentation. So this color was a huge letdown. This one, on the other hand, was beautiful. This matte shade did an amazing job of defining the crease. I think it's a beautiful color, but this shade being nothing really special, this shimmery shade just completely falling flat, and this one being kind of the only impressive shade in a $13 trio, just to me made this not worth it. The next product that I used was their eyeliner. So I got mine in the shade Midnight Gray, which I thought was a really, really beautiful color. It's just kind of a charcoal gray color. So I like that they didn't just come out with a black and a brown. This also has jojoba oil in it, 99.9% natural, and also responsibly sourced with cedarwood. Like I said, the pigmentation of this eyeliner and the brow pencil were pretty much on par with one another, which makes this a little bit too pigmented and this a little bit not pigmented enough, but they're both very, very easy to work with and blendable. I think this is a beautiful shade. It's definitely not a bad eyeliner. It doesn't glide on as easy as some other kohl pencils that I've tried, but I think it's overall impressive, especially considering it's 99.9% natural and has skin nourishing ingredients in it. All right, next up is mascara. I know this is another big one for a lot of people. They want to use an all natural mascara, so if you're looking for one, I think this is a really nice one. This is 100% natural, which amazing. It also has jojoba oil and naturally moisturizing glycerin to nourish the lashes. I feel like it does a good job of really darkening the lashes and giving them volume. Curling the lashes, it's not there, so if that's the main thing you look for in a mascara, I would say pass on this. But if you are in the search for a all natural, 100% natural mascara and curling isn't your issue, you just want a everyday mascara, I think you would really enjoy this. It is $13, so on the pricier side. All of these products are on the pricier side for the drugstore, but you are paying for extra quality. A lot of times we pay extra just for the packaging or the brand name. In this case, you're paying extra for for all natural ingredients. So if that's something that's important to you, I think it's worth the premium. And then the last product I used was not a first impression. I've owned this one for a while. This is their moisturizing lipstick in the shade Suede Splash. I've talked about this in an underrated makeup video, so you guys already know how I feel about this. I think it's a beautiful lipstick. It's somewhere between a chapstick and a lipstick. It really moisturizes the lips. This shade is extremely wearable, 502 Suede Splash. So I'm not gonna ramble on about it because I've talked about it before. You guys know I love this. So I'm gonna wear this makeup for the rest of the day and I'll be back to give you guys a final check-in. Hey guys, so it is now the end of the day and I just wanted to give you my final thoughts on this foundation now that I have worn it for a full day, at least my first impression of it. So I expected to be a lot more shiny than I am right now. I'll give you guys a close-up so that you can see the state of everything, but like I said, I thought I was gonna be a lot shinier than I am, and really the only negative that I can see with this foundation is right here where my pores are the largest. They're starting to become a lot more prominent, but I think that's just the oil seeping through. My cheeks still look relatively matte, and in no place whatsoever is my oil breaking down the foundation. And I was keeping a pretty close eye on this throughout the day, throughout the night, just to see how it wore, and especially in natural light, which is the harshest light, this foundation looked incredible. And for this to be how oily I am at the end of the day, I can 100% deal with that. But just out of curiosity, I want to go ahead and blot this foundation with these NYX Fresh Face blotting papers. These actually have salicylic acid in them and are great for blotting, especially with oily skin. So I'm just gonna blot where I'm the most oily, because this is what I would normally do with a foundation if I wasn't testing it. So after blotting, this is what it looks closer up. I feel like it looks freshly applied. I'm super, super impressed with this foundation. So definite thumbs up for this, and don't be too afraid of it if you have oily skin. So this makes me really excited to try this mattifying powder foundation because they did a really good job with the glow foundation and making it oily skin friendly. So that completes this video. I really hope you guys had as much fun watching it as I did filming it. I'm really excited about all of these all natural products from the drugstore. Let me know what your favorite product was down in the comments below, and if there are any other new launches that you want me to test out for you guys, definitely let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching. Give this a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video.